Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hello, my name is Muhammad Azriff Naashif bin Azman, and today I'm going to make a tutorial on how to play Scrabble. So, Scrabble is a word game played by a minimum of 2 people and maximum for 4 people. You can play it on the physical board or you can play online on websites like Google's Scrabble Go and more. So basically, the objective of this game is to make words from the tiles given that you pick from a bag, and then you have to make the most points from the words possible. Now you have to make the words that gets the most points, and whoever has the most points by the end of the game wins. So I'm going to teach you on the basics on how to play Scrabble and how to count the point. I'm going to show you on how to count the points in Scrabble. So there are 86 tiles in the bag, and you have to cross out the tiles every time you use them so that you don't confuse it. But if you play online games like Google's or other Scrabble websites, then they're going to automatically remove the tiles that you have used. So now, as you can see, there are small letters, there's small numbers at the bottom right of each tiles, and that represents the amount of points if you use the letter. So as you can see, our robot here makes a word beeps. So beeps have 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1, which equals to around 12 points in total. And actually it was 10, but since the B lies on a double letter tile, a double letter score on the board, then its value has been times 2. So now moving on to the special tiles on the board. So there are around 1, 2, 3, 4 special score tiles on the Scrabble set. There are the double letter, which is on the light blue tiles, as you can see. And so the double letter tiles are used to double the point of the letter. So as you can see, beeps, the B was on the double letter score tile, which means that even though it's only 3 points, but since we put it on a double letter scoring tile, it becomes 6. So 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. And then the next one is the double word score. So the double word score is actually on the light red tiles. As you can see, the diagonally on the right light red tiles. So at the start of the game, you're gonna start in the middle of the Scrabble board. There's going to be a tile with a star on it, which means that you have to start from there. And apparently, the star tile score is actually a double word also. So 12 times 2, you're gonna get 24. Okay, so moving on to the next special scoring tile score is the triple letter score, or the dark blue tiles you see on the board. So I have put F beside the I to make the word if, and that F was located on the third word tile. So F has 4 points, so we times 3 the letter F. So 4 times 3 equals to 12, plus 1 from the I equals to 13, so I get 13 points. Okay, so the highest special tile is the triple word tile score, which located on every corner on the A1, A8, and A15, H1, H15, O1, O8, and O15. Basically, there's 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom, with one on the left and one on the right. So, for example, our opponent here have put ya at the triple word. So, the total score is going to be 4 plus 1, 5. 5 you times 3, so 15. And if you actually like make another word from the word that you're making, for example, you make ya and at, so you can also get points from that. So you're gonna get 15 plus 4, 19, 19 plus 1, 20, and then 1 plus 2 because of ant, at 2 times 3 because triple word, 6. So you're gonna get 20 plus 6 equals to 26 points. So moving on to the next one. It's not about special tiles anymore, but this is a special case called bingo. So what is a bingo? A bingo is when you used all of your 7 tiles that you have randomly, but if you have the luck and the knowledge to make a word using all the 7 tiles, and you can actually put it you can actually use the tiles on the board to help you also. You can get a bingo, which means that you count the words score. For example, innately, you actually only get 30 points, but since you have made a bingo, you get an additional 50 points because that's the rule for every bingo. It's like a prize because you already used all your 7 tiles. Okay, so before I forget, there are like these buttons that you see on the bottom of the screen: options, pass, challenge, and exchange. So what are the options? There are options in Scrabble websites. If you play on Woogles like me, you can either resign, you can either like send a notification to your away from keyboard opponent who is maybe googling on how to make words using an anagram Scrabble solver. Yeah, people can cheat when they play Scrabble online. So the next one we have is pass. So what is pass? Pass is when you think that you cannot make a word, or maybe you have bad tiles that you can't ever make a word out of it. So you can pass, meaning that you just let your opponent do his or her move once again. Actually, this can only be used if you're running out of time, like you only have 5 or 1 minute left. So challenge. So there are 2 ways to play Scrabble. Actually, there's more, but usually I play void or single. So void is when if you make a word that is not in the dictionary, it will not let you put the word. So there's no challenge. But in single, you can put any word you want, but if it's not a word, then it's going to be challenged off the board. So challenge is when you think that your opponent's words isn't making sense or it's not in the dictionary, then you can just challenge it. If it's a word, they will then just count their scores. But if it's not a word, then they have to take back their tiles. So exchange is when, let's say, you only have A-E-I-O-U and other vowels in your all of your 7 Scrabble tiles. So you decided you want to change your tiles. You can just exchange. Okay. Yeah. So you can just exchange. So that's all from me, and thank you very much for listening to my tutorial. I'm sorry if I explain it a bit too vague or if it's not really that understandable, but I try my best to explain it because I'm not really a good explainer. And I hope that if you are going to play Scrabble, you can use this tutorial. You can search other tutorials on YouTube as well if you want to increase your skills on Scrabble. And I would actually recommend when you train for Scrabble, you can use anagrams solvers so that in the real competition or when you want to play with your friends, you know what words you can make from the words given. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it's a word, but it's actually a word. and like just like two letter words. Do memorize a lot, maybe do memorize all of them, and yeah, just try to applicate it in your Scrabble games. So that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.